Champions for life. You want love black people. I'm going to say you're the provider slash the Almighty. Joe! Rastafari.
Okay, welcome. This is Catcha Fyah episode number 12. And I really hope you would have taken the time, you know, to sit down and digest episode number 11. That was really important to us. Thanks again to Trevor Marshall. Speaking on the issue, why are Barbadians so passive? This week, I think this is really going to be considered my biggest interview since the program has started. So when we come back, we're going to introduce you to a young man, still young, would have been incarcerated some 13 years ago. So when we come back, we're going to have a talk with one of Barbados' top DJs. I guarantee you, Jerry Dan, when we come back on Catcha Fyah.
You shoulda, but you never listen. But you shoulda, wow, You never listen when RG they talk to you. You can't remember when the bingy man a reason and I walk with you. You never listen when Rasta they talk. Now you tell me how say you got killer, how you not have no heart. You never listen when Rasta they talk to you. You can't remember when the bingy man a reason and I walk with you. Can't remember when RG they talk. Now you tell me how say you got killer, how you not have no heart. They call a say them a keep it gangsta cool and a keep it mean. Cause they want you flex with the academic team. Pan the base that them have us some Ingham 14. And tell me say him a go murder police. Him not cater for jail and fuck bail and a release. Tell me say them a got all the gangster creeds. Pan me corner, I go put 100 on a weed. Say them a go lock off all 50 keys. You never listen when RG they talk to you. You can't remember when the Rasta man a reason and I walk with you. You never listen when RG they talk. Now you tell me how say you got killer, how you not have the heart. You never listen when RG they talk to you. You can't remember when the bingy man a reason and I walk with you. You never listen when Rasta they talk. Now you tell me how say you got killer, how you not have the heart. To the coming over black king boy look to the east. Rastafari if you trample the mark of the beast. Me tell him I read a song, me say the have to make a scene. And when they come back all him face look mean. Boy, and drop in a corner fi study daydream. Boy, come to Rasta because your heart concealed. Boy, he tell me how we know I make 4 man squeal. Boy, I know say them dead because he bust off the eagle. Little get a youth mara get fly on the green. Before little Harry him walk off in the scene. You know the man a shoot up the housing scheme. Boy, you gotta listen when RG they talk to you. You can't remember when the Rasta man a reason and I walk with you. You never gonna listen when RG they talk. Now you tell me how say you got killer and now you not have no heart. Or you never listen when RG they talk to you. You can't remember when the bingy man a reason and I walk with you. You never gonna listen when Rasta they talk. Now you tell me how say you got killer and how you not have no heart. Why do we don't rage and people imagine vain things? And the kings of the earth set themselves against the king of kings. And against is anointed with wicked things saying, let's break their bonds and stand and cast away their cause from us. Yeah, the high kings so lost, they laugh at them, no laugh at us. Speak to them in his wrath and face them in his sword displeasure. RG will love Rastafari forever. Yet I set my king up on the holy hill of Zion. All thy children, let's go with the lion. You never listen when RG they talk to you. You can't remember when the bingy man a reason and I walk with you. You never listen when Rasta they talk. Now you tell me how say you got killer and how you not have no heart. You never listen when Rasta they talk to you. You can't remember when the bingy man a reason and I walk with you. Can't remember when RG they talk. Now you tell me how say you got killer and how you not have no heart. They call a say them a keep it gangsta cool and a keep it mean. Cause they want you flex with the academic team. Pan the base that them have us some Ingham 14. And tell me say him a go murder police. Him not cater for jail and fuck bail and a release. Tell me say them a...
Alright, like I told you, we're here this evening, episode number 12. We're speaking to Jerry Dan. Welcome to the program. Welcome home, my brother.
I respect. It's a privilege to be here.
Yeah, man. Talk to me. 13 years behind bars. Talk to me straight up. This Catcha Fyah. How you feeling, man? You look good, first of all.
First, it feels good to be free.
Yeah.
It feels really good to be free. After being incarcerated for 13 calendar years. It's a long time. Yeah. But it feels good to be free, you know what I mean? I came back out here and I must say, it was love for the Barbadian public. Right. Even though I don't think personally it was anything that I, from a personal aspect, has glorified of being in prison for. But I respect, you know what I mean, how the public has set me back in society. You know what I mean? Because, as you know, I got a lot of men that goes to prison, do a long time in prison. But the challenge is coming back into society and fitting in. And being also welcomed back by the public, not just by the public of itself, the wider public, but the communities.
Right.
You know what I mean? And not be looked upon in a certain light or be kind of certain stigma because you was in prison.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think the majority of men that are in prison intentionally say, well, look, I get up today, get in prison today. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, the subs come to whatever allure it was out there that, you know what I mean? They tell themselves they got to get or whatever the cases or whatever. And some was even genuine mistakes. You know what I mean? They end up in prison, but it's a price you got to pay for breaking the law.
Right.
You don't
Okay,
know.
so you've done your time, you're home. Before we come to 2014 now, I want you to take me through those 13 years. Talk to me about your state of mind. Remaining positive.
Whoa. Well, it was a mental struggle in that I've just came from a society this was back in 2001 when this whole thing initially occurred with me and my co-partner at the time, Turkey, Chad Small. Back then, in that time, it was like, I just came from a society where, you know what I mean, young aspirant DJ, you know what I mean, playing for every party, every fete, every whatever they have in Barbados. Then to have to come down then to the level of being incarcerated, that was hard, that part was hard. But, you know what I mean, as time goes by, as time went by, you know what I mean, I was like, it started then to like, you know, reality started to hit me. You know what I mean, dancing did happen. And like, you know what I mean, that I just get one day and say I got to go to prison or I going to prison for a long time, you know what I mean, something did happen. And I came to that mindset, that reality, through the years where I were, what we say, remand, pending trial, okay? And one of the things that really helped me through my years in prison was the support system I had. That's very, very important in prison, very, very important. I would advise anyone that, you know what I mean, have what it should be a child, a partner, spouse, whatever the case is. You know what I mean? To try to lend that support in prison because even though a prison is a place that's full of people, it could be a lonely place too. You know what I mean? Because in there is a place where you don't always find love. As in you're going to a Valentine's ball or something, you can find all love. It don't mean all love in prison. There's a lot of different mentalities, minds, age groups. And I don't want to go too deep into it, you know what I mean?
You can.
Certain things,
free.
but
Speak your mind.
you know what I mean? Prison is a place where that, I mean, you for instance, you might find a first-time offender come to prison. He's not, what you would say, criminal-minded. He probably made a mistake or whatever. But then when he get put amongst recidivists, men that society would call hardened criminals, he can learn to perfect what he did. You know what I mean? And if he end of the mindset from a personal aspect, when that, you know, I make a mistake, I came to prison, this ain't for me. You know what I mean? If he's still with the mindset where he said, well, listening, I can find a life in crime. You know what I mean? He can learn to perfect things because don't get that. Prison is very, very innovative. Trust me. Through them years, coming up from 2001, you know what I mean? To be honest with you, I went through. While it was remand pending trial, then when the trial started, I was of the mindset where while on remand that, you know, I could win this. You know what I mean? I could get home. Even though I know, yes, personally, that something did went wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was of the mindset where, you know, I could win this. I could do this. I could get home. So it never really sank in. The reality of doing so many years in prison never sank in because I always had this mindset, I could get home. I could get home. It was only after then, let me see, between 2001 and 2009. I would say 9, no, I would go a little further back, 6. Because in between those years, 2001, then to 2006 is where my trial went down. I did lower court, I did high court, you know what I mean? And my trial officially ended in February 2006. That's when I lost my appeal.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was like, yeah, Dan, you got 14 years to do. 14 years. That when it really sank in. I had 14 years to do. And getting used to that feeling ain't easy. You know what I mean? Being locked away from your brethren, you know what I mean? Your loved ones. You know what I mean? I live with my fiance. You know what I mean? Everybody know, you know, Empress Cat, my wifey. I live with her, even back then.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was like, but it was hard. But I did it. Through the support I received from outside. And if it's one thing, after I knew it then, I know a jar real. Because even back then, outside, in them years, you know, suddenly you feel you're a bit invincible. You know what I mean? You're doing what you love, you know what I mean? The public love you, you know what I mean? You're going about, you aren't really taking time to stop and check and see there's somebody that, you know what I mean? really allowing this to happen, you know. There's somebody that putting this smile on your face all the time, you know.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was like, it was a serious reality check for me too. You know what I mean? It was like, I don't know, he's always used the story of Joseph. When he brought his car, seeing the well. You know what I mean? And left he there to die. Right. But, you know what I mean? Jah meant good for what happened to him. Because he went to prison, he spent the same 13 years, and he came up being the second highest king in Egypt. Right. Correct? If you're familiar with the biblical scriptures. You know what I mean? So it was like, when I first read that story some years ago, you know what I mean? I found hope in that story. I used to always tell myself, look, Dan, yes, it's long, but you know what I mean? Every road got end. So that is what, you know what I mean? Clinging to Jah too and praying to Jah and helping Jah, I used to get every day with every meditation. Feel strong, you feel good. And then now, the amenities, I would call it, that was around at the time too was like, you know what I mean? I could always reach out to my fiance. She was always there for me, never let me down. You know what I mean? It was close people around me that I could still, you know what I mean, rely on. Because when you're in prison, you're incarcerated. You know what I mean? In a sense, I show you that it's not people in prison, but still you could be alone mentally. And then, like, you know what I mean, then nobody you could reach out there to say, well, help me do this or help me do that or, you know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? I see fellas went through that. Right. I see fellas took their life in prison, you know what I mean, over the years. True to that, they tell themselves to give up. Right. Nobody cares. So that backing, that support from outside is vital, pivotal to a man that doing a sentence, especially a long sentence. Right. Because doing a long sentence ain't easy. You know what I mean? You gotta be, it's a mind thing. It's not, prison is not so much a physical thing, you know. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's a mind thing. Because you wake up and you go ourselves come to the same thing every single day. Nothing don't change. And like, yeah, this Christmas, so, you know what I mean? There's a difference today. You know, nothing don't change. Right. It's the same old thing in prison every single day.
I gotta say big respect to Dougie Dan. Dougie Dan donate some footage here of Jerry Dan mashing up a dance hall in St. George. So before we go way back, I'm gonna let you guys have a look at this footage, and then we come right back.
Jehovah,
Alright, so if you want to relive some of that hype, you need to find yourself at Ocean Park on August 30th. That's a big welcome home session for Jerry Dan, so we're going to make sure that we all inside that building. Talk to me about freedom songs. Take me back before you were incarcerated. Freedom songs, freedom songs, freedom songs.
Freedom songs.
Yeah, man.
When I hear the name, you know what I mean, son, it still sells chills to me, freedom songs, because, you know what I mean, it came from, that was a song that came from rock bottom. Right. When I tell you rock bottom, I remember years ago, like back in the 90s, you know what I mean? Even further back than that, late 80s, coming to the 90s, I used to always see DJs like King Yella and, you know what I mean, Jaman, Father Crab. Right. And to be honest, I learned a lot coming up through the ranks from Father Crab. Right. King Yella. King Yella is the first song system I ever touched in an open air venue. First song system I ever touched. I don't forget it. Then now, let me see, but back in the days, now equipment was real expensive too. Real expensive. Ain't like now, where you can just go online and get music, or you can just sing and get piece of equipment. It wasn't back then. Back then, you know what I mean. You got to be a collector when you walk in Rickett Street, dance well in Rickett Street, and actually purchase that vinyl. You know what I mean? Right now I could even, yes, I could concede to where the music has gone now. Right. You know what I mean? Cause even the Bible tell me don't compare the times of then till now. You know what I mean? But I used to like to feel that vinyl. Feel that vinyl. That vinyl, it was like a connection. You know what I mean? With the rhythm, the artist, and me, my hand on that vinyl. Right. You know what I mean? Okay. But I can concede to where it gone now. Right. Computerized now. You know what I mean? But anyhow, freedom songs, we come from the dirt. I remember the first time we ever told ourselves that we would name the song Freedom Songs. It was me and Turkey, Chad. We were in Temple Yard to be exact. And Lil Man, at the time he had a stall. So he had a stall with bass up on it, marked Freedom at the top. You know what I mean? So I look at him and I said, Turkey, we got bass out here. You know what I mean? We got to make something happen here. Because we love the... At that stage, it was just like we would say a dream. You know what I mean? We was riding on a dream. As I know one day, we would like to be this or we like to be that. So he turned and said, Dan, yes, boy, we got to bust out Freedom, boy. Because he was looking at the bassa thing, P&A. So we said, like, see, anytime we get a song, we can name it Freedom Songs. And that's where the name really derived from. Right. You know what I mean? At that particular moment there and then. Right? We come up through the ranks, you know what I mean? We take the little humps and grumps, you know what I mean? Sometimes you play for a boy and, you know what I mean? Right. He's stagnant and bringing forth the cash to pay you. You know what I mean? But I didn't love it so much, you know what I mean? I remember times we went places and we would go up to tell Turkey, like, don't dig nothing, come. Don't dig nothing. We left an indelible mark there tonight. Don't worry about it. The people here, we and they like we. Right. Let me go home, you know what I mean? So, actually getting the people on my side, you know what I mean? Actually getting the people to like how we just select and play music was more important to me back then than the actual cash. Right. Even though I know, well, yeah, tomorrow still going to buy records. Right. You know what I mean? The love for it exceeded the cash. You know what I mean? And it paid off because we play and we play and we play and we come through the years and we play and, you know what I mean? People start respecting. I mean, how we display one of the first men that start respecting how we display as a fella called Mass Man. Promoter for my St. Philip for be enough respect, Mass Man. You know what I mean? Jim Brown and them guys, early promoters from law school and them fellas. You know what I mean? They had faith in we. Right. And they give you a oblige. And you know what I mean? We put it out there and the people like it. And from there it was history. You know what I mean?
Clashing.
Clashing.
That's still one of your most famous arenas.
Yeah.
Some people say that since you went to jail, that actually went with you.
That went with me.
Clashing
well, I heard it a lot. Yes. Since I came home, a lot of people be telling me about the clashing. They would like to see, you know what I mean, the DJ. But personally, no. I don't take clash personal as in, you know what I mean, as in like, yeah, if I tell you something on the stage or tell you something on the mic, I believe that we should take that personal into heart.
Entertainment.
I believe we here in Barbados song, man, we just take clash a bit too personal. You know what I mean? And the public is look at if a song clash a song tonight and it get killed as that song literally dead. And you know what I mean? I mean, ain't as literal as the song dead. You know what I mean? Is that I had the better dubs that night. Right. I had the better crowd response that night. it was my night.
Right.
So give me one for me, and you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. But the clash thing, I love it. I love it, and you just got to prepare for it too.
Right.
Ain't just something that you can jump in.
Right.
You got to know who's your opponent. Yes, there's some spontaneous moments where I come in dance and, you know what I mean, a boy will run a little talk and, you know what I mean, and ruffle my feathers, you know what I mean, because from your talk, this was my motto, from you can talk it, defend it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Show me you got the better dubs. You know what I mean? So that is how we build the clash hype. You know what I mean? And we know it as the clash songs because you know it's a back from nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a back from nothing. Don't care who. At that time, at the apex of the game, at that time I look around, I used to only see Chihuahua and Bard. You know what I mean? That kind of keep up with the Clash Arena thing because we used to spend money. And it's a bit rough to supporting the Clash thing because you got big dubs. You know what I mean? As a selector, you spending money with artists. Eventually then, you know, you got artists that you will never form a relationship. You will never build and, you know what I mean? You might say, well, yeah, hold this here. But at the end of the day, an artist got to eat. You know what I mean? So it's business like any day. Clash is money. You know what I mean? Putting up money, I spend real money in dubs. Freedom songs, we spend real money. Thousands of dollars in dubs back then. But right now, I believe the hype can come back again, you know. I never avoid this song, man, for you. You know what I mean? Live on Catcha Fyah. It's like, I believe they should spend some money in dubs right now. Because, because I don't play with this dub thing. You know what I mean? When they cut in dubs, they cut in dubs. You know what I mean? And right now, trust me, we modestry again. So you can look forward to hear the song. Wicked dubs on Freedom Songs.
You heard it right here on Catcha Fyah. Talk to me about 2014 now. You're out.
2014.
You got your session coming up a few Saturdays from now. Don't forget to look out for that. 30th of this month, August, at Ocean Park. Yeah, we can transform up in our building. You know what I mean? And you know, we got one or two new things to bring out. And you know what I mean? I got dubs there that I didn't even get to play before we went up. You know what I mean? So people say, well, the Clash thing went with me. So you know what I mean? So I back now so I can bring it back out. Call it started back from where I left off. Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? Started from right where I left off and come up. People can guarantee to hear from where I left off and come right up the line. And for the dub plate fans, and you know what I mean? We can bust some, man. We can bust some dubs.
We're going to hit a music video and also the commercial for the event coming up on the 30th. And when we come back, Jerry Dan is going to have a serious talk with the youth of Barbados. When we come back on Catcha Fyah.
Yeah, want to be with you, want to be with you, want to be with you, want to be with you. Press me, stress me, heard on the street today that most of them really do detest me, not bless me, they rather curse me, I'm sure, biting me in the back even though they welcome me through the door. Block me, stop me, heard on the street today that most of them really plan to drop me non-stop, G, they could never bother me again. I'm saving up all of my energy and I'm spending it on my friends. Well, can you feel it, yo? Yeah, we gonna start a revolution now. Well, can you feel it, yo? Hey, yeah, we gonna start a revolution now. Cause I'm born to be what I want to be. Yes, I'm bound to be what I want to do. I wasn't born in no three-piece suit. I am eternal, what you want me to do. Born to be what I want to be. Yes, I'm bound to be what I want to do. I wasn't born in no three-piece suit. I am eternal, what you want me to do. Well, I be sitting at my desk, feeling all depressed and all these people know me. Cause I ride in bulletproof vests on my saddle, riding rests on Jah double. Can test like a start like I be the man with the master plan. I'm Jah done, I be Jah roughneck, I be Jah true champ like on who I be. Man with Jah bulletproof vest, not riding east, riding the west. Well, everybody knows that them can test. Got skills like a ninja, I ride Jah best. Well, can you feel it, yo? Yeah, we gonna start a revolution now. Well, can you feel it, yo? Hey, yeah, we gonna start a revolution now. Cause I'm born to be what I want to be. Yes, I'm bound to be what I want to do. I wasn't born in no three-piece suit. I am eternal, what you want me to do. Born to be what I want to be. Yes, I'm bound to be what I want to do. I wasn't born in no three-piece suit. I am eternal, what you want me to do. Ooh, ooh, ooh. my eye, and you shall see there is no fry. Yes, I'm moving like a lion with a lion's pride, and the king of my jungle with original style. Yes, I'm born to be what I want to be. Yes, I'm born to be what I want to do. I wasn't born in no three-piece suit. I am eternal, what you want me to do. Born to be what I want to be. Yes, I'm born to be what I want to do. I wasn't born in no three-piece suit. I am eternal, what you want me to do. Want to be with you. 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 You.
So we're keeping this one short tonight. Jerry Dan, busy already. I can only imagine the amount of people that wants to get some of his time. So I won't keep you. What I want you to do for me right now, I know there are a lot of young people. We can share this DVD all across the island. So the floor is yours, Jerry. Just talk to them, young people.
Well, let me see, I was watching it from prison. From prison, I used to always keep a close eye on, you know what I mean, the youth and the rate act they come into prison at. You know what I mean? And the ages too they come into prison at. And it's a concerning, it's concerning to me in that, you know what I mean? Well, I can tell the youth of Barbados how they should live individually, but I can only advise. As a man that's been through, you know what I mean? I've been through a serious situation. And it's one thing feeling like you're invincible, you know what I mean? But it's another thing being judged by 12. You know what I mean? It's a serious feeling. And some of these things don't always go the way you want it to go. And there can be consequences if they don't go the way you want them to go. You know what I mean? Saints on the party scene now too, visualizing a lot of things, you know what I mean? And the youths know personally how they live every day on the different blocks and different avenues and different districts and what's not. But I can only advise the youth, you know what I mean? It's like, let me do this thing, let me try to do this thing a little more love. You know what I mean? Let me try to go a little more respect for each other. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, there's a bigger judge, you know. You know what I mean? We may feel that the law courts is the only judge. And sometimes we may even elude them and get past them. But remember, there's a bigger judge. Trust me, Almighty Jah, there's a bigger judge. You understand me? And that's the judgment that I don't feel the law we can want to face, you know. You know what I mean? Because we're here on earth right now and we're living for today. We caught up in the things that are happening today. And you know what I mean? And another thing too, I don't want the youth to take, for instance, you may hear me play a tune that artists sing. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's entertainment coming from the artist, the producer, the artist, the songwriter, right back down to me as the selector that can play. Let me do look at it as more, let me entertain, let me party, let me have a good time. Sometimes the lyrics may point to certain things, but it ain't necessarily mean that because the lyrics point to certain things, you know what I mean, that you got to go and necessarily, do the things that the lyrics is pointing towards. You understand me? Leave it as, the moment there, you feel good, you party, you enjoy yourself, you know what I mean? And try to, you know what I mean, live in more love. You know what I mean? Gone is the days where, you know what I mean? The dance, even how the fets is going nowadays. You know what I mean? People come out to the party, you know, I realize people come out to the party at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I got nothing wrong with that. But why not come out at 12? 11:30, 12, and still every party till morning. You know what I mean? Where you get a longer session and you know what I mean? We enjoy ourselves. I remember the times back, late 80s, early 90s, where I used to party in places like Victoria's and certain places and what's not. And you know what I mean? A fella mash your weight, fella mash your cocaine weights. It's all good. Don't dig nothing bread drink along. But now it's a different thing, and you know what I mean? But what I would say, I trying to acclimatize and still trying to, you know what I mean? Because I ain't want to mash nobody corn. You know what I mean? I don't want nobody mash mine. You know what I mean? I ain't want to directly tell nobody how to live. But I can only advise, you know what I mean? That let me try to live a little better. You know what I mean? Ease off the violence.
So the word song behind your music from all CDs that I listened to was always very strict. So you're talking, you're still maintaining that link.
I still maintain that principle and them lines, you know what I mean? As a youth that, you know what I mean? You may hear me on stage saying certain things or doing certain things, you know what I mean? But it's entertainment at any day. I don't want the youths to take it literally as Jerry Dan said to do this and Jerry Dan said to do that, and you know what I mean? He sits up on that CD, so yeah, you know what I mean? Because entertainment every day, even the artists, you may hear about the killer say a million things. You may hear Mavada say a million things. By the end of the day, Mavada living good, he ain't going to prison. About the killer living good, he ain't going to prison. So we can't take it upon ourselves and take what the artist is saying literally to heart and go there and do certain things. You know what I mean? Man, we gotta try and live in a little more love, man. You know what I mean? And try and respect one at each one. You know what I mean? And this thing can work. So the thing set.
I want to thank you for coming on Catcha Fyah.
Respect, man. It was a privilege.
You heard it. Love and respect. That's the way forward. We check you guys in episode number 13. Don't forget, August 30th. That's a Saturday market on your calendar. We heading straight to Ocean Park. It's called Play Lounge now. That's the return of Jerry Dan. Thanks a lot for viewing.